It's that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your hosts, Mr. Technosqueak.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Nostalgic Dan 1.
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
And Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Press Start Podcast. This is episode 94. And on tonight's episode, we have myself, Mr. Technosqueak, Nostalgic Dan 1, and Quick Freeze 4. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good, man. I'm kind of surprised you didn't say how cool you are.
Yeah, I'll tell you again.
Well,
Introduce yourself as the best. You are the best. That's your new title. The best.
I'd, make it, not put the spotlight on me.
Are you feeling modest today? Are you feeling really modest today?
Yes.
Feeling humble.
That's
You don't
awesome.
want to take all the glory. Like, I want to share the glory with everyone else.
That's awesome.
Sharing the awesome.
How are you, Techno?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, how are you?
I am doing swell, guys. I'm doing pretty swell.
I saw your graduation picture on Facebook.
Yeah, I graduated from college. That's totally a thing.
Congrats, man.
Yeah. It was crazy, though. I did, there were two. I did one, Wednesday night, which was, the whole senior class, which at ASU is, almost 10,000 plus people, but it's, the whole thing is really broad and all that. And then the one on Thursday is, what they call a convocation, and that's kind of more the typical graduation where they, go through talkers, but they call up your name and you walk up to the stage and get your fancy IOU, because they actually... I got the diploma holder, but I don't actually have the diploma or anything because they're supposed to mail it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta wait for that. So instead, I got a fancy IOU paper in there, basically. It's surreal. 4 years has gone by really, really quick. I'm gonna miss ASU. It's a great place. Great place. So how are you doing, Cliva?
I'm doing pretty good, actually. Nothing too special happening. It's actually been kind of boring. But what can you do?
Thought I saw you shopping around for items.
What items?
You're looking for a scarf or something.
Oh, yeah. That's because I'm going to this pop culture convention next weekend. So I figured I try to do a different cosplay, but then what I came up with didn't really look all that good. So I figured I'd just add to what I already had. So I'm going as my Quick Freeze costume, so I figured I want to add a scarf to it since he's ice themed. So I figured I need a scarf, but it's fucking May, so where the hell am I gonna get a scarf? So, but people told me Kohl's and Target, so I'm gonna go there tomorrow.
They should have it, and I'd imagine any hobby stuff like Michael's or anywhere. It is weird because of the kind of regional time, the seasonal time is just a little hard to find that. I am looking for a scarf. It is 100 degrees outside.
I knew it too, because I knew as soon as I posted it on Facebook, people are gonna be like, "Why the fuck do you need a scarf?"
Yeah,
but actually, I didn't get any of that. People just told me where to get one. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks, guys.
I would probably get that. I'd be like, why the hell do you need a scarf in Arizona in the summer? It's it's literally 100 degrees today. 101. I see my little weather thing. It was 101 today, and it's only gonna get hotter. So it'd be like if I wanted to buy a jacket this time of year.
Yep. So that's why I need a scarf, really. So.
But gentlemen.
Yes.
I think it's time.
Why are you being so dramatic and dragging this out? What do you want, man?
I want to hear some news.
News?
Some breaking news.
I always go first. One of you two go first.
I thought we were going to talk about the Xbox first.
Oh,
That
shit.
is news. How about that, guys? How about that Xbox One and PS4? You know, how do you feel about that? Because I just keep thinking to myself, like, you know, like, I'm like, should I buy one? And it's like, the more I think about it, it's like, there's really nothing I want to play on it, and anything I want to play is multi-platform, so I could just buy it on the PS3 or 360. I'm like, oh, but you won't get the realistic reflection puddles and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm okay with that. I don't need, like, 60 frames per second at, like...
And the Xbox is going to be $100 cheaper now without the Kinect. Are you going to really miss out on the Kinect, Dan?
Are you kidding me? Kinect 4.
Kinect 4. No. I don't know. I was actually talking about this with my friend today. Like, we were talking about Destiny, and my friend has an Xbox One. I don't. And we were talking about Destiny and, like, what he's going to get. He's going to get it on the Xbox One, obviously. And I told him, I'm going to get it on the 360. And basically, he told me what I just told you. He's like, well, they're selling the Xbox One without the Kinect, making it $400. And I came right back at him, and I said, like, so if I wanted to play Destiny, I would have to spend $400 on the Xbox One, plus the $60 for the game, when I could just buy Destiny on the 360 and have just the same experience I would have had on the Xbox One. But, like, that was the conversation I was having with my friend today. And I was just like, and it's the same thing. Like, they're releasing it on 4 consoles. The Xbox One, 360, PS4, and the PS3. So, it's like, I don't know.
Come on, Techno. I want more. That's all you have to say.
Want more?
What do you think? Xbox One? Because I know recently you wanted a PS4, right? You know, play Infamous.
Yeah.
And you were kind of looking into that.
And I do own Infamous right now.
For the PS4?
Yeah. I bought it off of Point Blank, and because he, you know, already platinumed it, and he didn't want it anymore, so he's all like, I'll just sell you this. And I was like, okay. And now that I think about it, that's the only game I really want to play right now for for PS4. You know, whenever Guilty Gear comes out, I want a PS4 for that. But that is also coming out for the PS3. So, but, you know, I'll probably have a PS4 before that, but, you know, I don't know. And, you know, Ultra Street Fighter 4 is not coming out for the new consoles, the PS4 and Xbox One, just for the 360 and PS3. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I don't know, man. I think these multiple system release games are gonna hurt. Like, they're seriously gonna hurt the Xbox One and the PS4. I think. Like seriously. Yeah. Like, I literally just told you guys I'm gonna buy Destiny on the 360. You just said Ultra Street Fighter 4 is not even coming on the Xbox One or the PS4. It's like what is driving me to buy these new systems? I have no idea, you know.
Yeah, and that's what I was totally thinking about. So I feel like I have no incentive, like, besides, I don't know, like, better frame rate or something, or super realistic shadows or something. Like, I don't really care about that stuff. But as long as the gameplay is pretty much the same, I'm happy. Because I know one of the games I'm excited for coming out is a game called Natural Doctrine, which is this really interesting RPG by Katakawa Games. But originally I thought it was going to be a PS4 exclusive, but they announced it's for PS4, PS3, and PS Vita. So I'm like, I'll probably just get it on the PS3. It's fine with me.
Mm. Yeah. And like how better can graphics really get? You know, so it's, like, yeah, I don't have PS4 or Xbox One, so I obviously can't compare. But it's like, really, how better can these graphics get? You know, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious about too, because I haven't seen like an Xbox One in person or a PS4 like on a HD TV. Like, I just haven't seen that yet. nor have I actually played with either of them. I haven't held the controllers or anything like that. So I'd like to see, and maybe that'd be a good comparison thing, to play a game that's like on the Xbox 360 and play that first, look at it, and then play the Xbox One version and see if you can notice differences. Is it significant or is it really minor? You know?
I think it really depends on the games.
Yeah,
because I know Guilty Gear is going to look amazing on PS4 since it's, it's a cartoony, anime game, and, with those types of graphics, they can do a lot more than just than you can with a realistic type, game like, I don't know, Halo or something.
Yeah, but Guilty Gear would look equally as good, or maybe just a little bit. It would look good on the PS3 though too.
Well, yeah, but I think people are gonna buy the main fighters or the fighting game community are going to buy quotation better system for their games. Like Guilty Gear comes out, they're going to play it on PS4, and because it looks better and it probably runs a bit better.
Yeah, well, the problem with that statement is you just said earlier that Ultra Street Fighter 4 is not coming out on PS4 or the Xbox One, and no offense to Guilty Gear, Street Fighter is a hell of a lot more popular as a fighter than Guilty Gear. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that it's bigger than Street Fighter. I'm just saying that.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Want to play it on the better system.
Yeah, if this is how I see it. And I hope this makes sense. Is I think people who have a PS4 and an Xbox One now, if a game comes out on both systems, both meaning an Xbox One and a 360, they're going to buy it on the Xbox One, obviously, because it's a brand new system. Why buy a brand new system and not buy games for it? I understand people who already own these systems, they're going to buy it for those systems. But for people who don't have those systems and a game comes out for the multiple systems, Xbox One and 360, they're going to buy it on the 360 because, like I said, why spend $400 to get a system when I could just play the same game and I only have to spend about $50-$60? So that's why I said I think the multiple system releases for these games are going to hurt the new systems, regardless if the game looks better on the new generation consoles or not. That's how I feel. Like, does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think also with like fighting games, what they can do to make people want to buy the other or the newer system is you only have so many characters on the PS3 version, but you get the whole lot on the PS4. That's what I think might happen. I could be wrong, but never know.
Well, the other thing with like fighter games is it's kind of dependent on the community, and like if Evo is coming up, right? So if like say Ultra Street Fighter 4 is coming out on Xbox One and Xbox 360, okay? And Evo is coming up. If they do not, if the version of the game they are playing is on the 360, that's seriously going to hurt the Xbox One version, sales-wise. Like, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, like, it all kind of depends on the community and, tournaments and all that other crap, too. So, like, regardless, like, Ultra Street Fighter 4 might look amazing on Xbox One, but if, like, tournaments are not promoting that version, then it's not going to get the hype that it should.
Just out of curiosity, do fight sticks work on the Xbox One and PS4 if it's like USB? Does it have to be USB or because I'm thinking like people own like particular fight sticks, Like it only works for a PS3 to 360. Like, can they use it on a PS4?
I think they don't work because I was actually talking to Tim Jumble Junkie, who's also is huge into fighters, and he was complaining that he does not have a fight stick for his Xbox One.
Yeah, I think the only arcade stick out right now for the Xbox One is the Killer Instinct stick.
Okay. Well, that should work for... I was going to say that should work for Ultra Street Fighter 4, but Ultra Street Fighter 4 is not being released for the Xbox One.
Yeah.
So, again, it's a huge problem, but yeah, like, even that kind of sucks. Like, I have a stick for the 360, and if I had an Xbox One, I would want to use it on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, like, if it's USB, and I don't see no reason why it wouldn't work with another USB port like on Xbox One, but just another excuse to make you buy something. Yeah, I just really don't feel any incentive from either company to make me want to buy them. I was trying to, like, narrow it down to, like, okay, multi-platforms aside, what do both companies have to offer that are, like, exclusive only to that generation? You know, I can only play it on the PS4 or Xbox One, and, like, Sony, I was like, okay, Infamous Second Son and Knack. I'm trying to go through it, like, I really don't care about either of those games. So I'm like, what else is coming out? You know, what's on the horizon? Well, they announced Drive Club, but little note on Drive Club. The free version is going to be heavily condensed on Drive Club. You're going to get, like, 2 racetracks and, like, a couple of cars. And then they want you to buy what they call, like, the definitive full version of Drive Club, which is, like, $50, $60, and it has, like, the full game, basically. So remember how people were super excited to be getting, like, a free, you know, full PS4 game. It's not actually a full game. It's kind of like almost a demo, if you will. But that was the exclusive, was Drive Club, which I don't know. I haven't seen too much on that, but I'm sure it's going to be another great racing sim. But what else? Xbox One has Killer Instinct, Forza Motorsport 5, which I'm down with Forza. I do like Forza a lot, but it's not a system seller for me. Is that it for Xbox One?
I'm not sure.
So, that's I don't know, at this time, like, just both companies having that much to offer, that's, you know, definitive, like, this is the only way you can play this, that's not much, you know, you're offering a couple of games. So I know we'll talk about E3 later on, but that's probably one of my big things that I'm hoping for E3 is just to see some games like, wow, okay, I totally need to play this on, like, PS4, Xbox One.
I just think they need to, like, totally, like, not give up on the 360 or the PS3, but, like, devote more shit for the PS4 and the Xbox One. Like, Titanfall was a great example. If you made that exclusive to the next generation consoles, and I mean just PS4 and Xbox One, there you go. You'll have a huge... You'll split the market between the two systems, but you'll split it off from the new generation from the old generation. And I still can't believe I'm saying 360 and PS3 are kind of considered the old generation now. But you know what I mean? It's like if I went out and bought Titanfall right now, I'd buy it on the 360. That's what I'm saying. But
yeah, and I'm actually kind of curious how long they're going to keep up with this trend of making it multi-platform, because I think one of the big reasons is, like you mentioned, is the 360 and the PS3 already have, like, a huge install base. Like, you know, millions of people already own those consoles, so now you got to try and convert them onto another console for like $400, which isn't really offering anything new. So it's like they still need to cater to that really huge install base, or else these systems honestly would be really struggling.
And if I kind of want to add, like, Nintendo into this argument as well, because like I said, like, if a system comes out on the Xbox One and the Xbox 360, I'm gonna get it on the 360. And if I use the same argument with Nintendo, well, hell, we'll use Pikmin 3 for an example. That game is only on the Wii U. Like, if I really wanted to play that game, I would have to buy a Wii U, you know? Like, but if they released Pikmin 3 on the Wii U and the Wii, I would probably buy it on the Wii. If I didn't have a Wii U, I probably would have bought it on the Wii. But since I have a Wii U, I would obviously buy it on the Wii U. So, that's what I'm saying is, like, Nintendo is they're shutting down the servers for the Wii and the DS. Like, I think within, like, the next week or two. So they're pretty much done with those consoles. They're done. Like, they're not going to support them anymore, which is good. I think, because then they can focus on the 3DS more. They can focus on the Wii U more, which would, like, hell, you want to play the new Mario Kart? You gotta get a Wii U. You wanna play the new Smash Brothers game? You either gotta buy a Wii U or a 3DS. You know what I'm saying? They're not being released for the GameCube. They're not being released for the Wii. You know, they're giving up. That's what I'm saying. Like, Xbox or Microsoft and Sony need to do the same thing. And I would hate them to totally stop supporting the PS3 and the 360, but if you really want to boost sales for the Xbox One and the PS4, you kind of need to do that, or you need to like stop having multiple system releases for like one game.
Yeah, and I love the multi-system releases, but from a business standpoint, the smartest thing would be to limit what it's on. Like, oh, you want Destiny? Too bad, it's only on the PS4 and Xbox One. So you gotta buy one of those,
exactly.
Or you want, Halo 5, you need an Xbox One, it's not going to be on the Xbox 360. It gives that incentive, like, oh my god, I want to play this game, I need this system, kind of thing. And that's why I think Nintendo's doing a good job, like you said. It's just, there's a lot of games recently that they're just like, it's the Wii U only, or the 3DS only, and I do think it's a smart move to just kind of, let the Wii had a great run, it gave us a lot of amazing games, and they know when to put it to rest so they can start to focus.
Yeah, I doubt that Halo 5 will be on 360. I think
that should be a Xbox One.
Yeah, because, they're just working on it, so it'll be a very long time till we actually see it, and people will probably already have Xbox Ones and PS4s by that time.
And we actually have a question from one of our listeners. Since we're talking about the Xbox One and the PS4 now, I think it's a good time to answer this question. This question is from Nick, and he says, "What games would it take you to buy an Xbox One or PlayStation 4?" I'm gonna change this to "and," like if you buy both systems. So like, what would get you to buy these systems? Like what games?
Jack 4 for the PS4. Kingdom Hearts 3, which is coming out for both systems. Xbox One, if they did an actual good, like, Banjo-Kazooie. And can't really think on anything else on the Xbox One. But, yeah.
Okay, well, for me, for the Xbox One, nothing. There's not a single game. There's no game I would want, except for maybe it'll be Halo 5. But like I said, I am not buying a $400 system to play one game. So, but Halo 5 would get me to buy the system, but only if there were like at least 3 or 4 other games that I would want to purchase for the system. So, as far as right now, I'm not buying that. For the PS4, if I had to choose between the two of them, I would definitely go PS4, because the games I do want for the PS4 are Kingdom Hearts 3, like Techno said, Final Fantasy 15, and I'm saying those two games because they're not being released on the PS3. Let's make that be clear. It's only PS4. So props to them. And Infamous Second Son, because I love the Infamous series, and as far as I know, it's not on the PS3. So smart move on that one as well. So yeah, those 3 games would get me to buy a PS4. I mean, I would like maybe one or a second game to come out, making a total of 5 games I would want for the PS4 before I bought it. But for right now, I would buy a PS4 for those 3 games.
I don't know. For me, it's just, I don't see anything Xbox or Microsoft could ever come out with that I know that they have in their kind of back pocket as like exclusives and all that. Nothing would probably interest me. Back in the day when they used to have those exclusive JRPGs, and they used to try during the Xbox 360 era, but they blew that. So they used to have their partnership with Miss Walker and all that. Like, oh my god, Lost Odyssey 2 or something, like, it's just like out of nowhere, but that's not them anymore. They blew that. That's not their focus. They had their chance, and they kind of pushed them over to Sony. So Sony has tons of RPGs that I love to play, but even then, like, I highly doubt it's going to be a long time before I see a Tales of game that's exclusive to the PS4. Like, that's just a matter of fact. Like, I don't see a Tales of game looking too much different on the PS4. It's anime styled, so it probably looks super pretty, but I think even Bandai Namco in like an interview came out and said like we're focused on making Tales of games on the PS3. Like, it's the hardware that gets it done. It's been getting it done, so we're fine with making games on that. And a lot of the games are just, like NIS America, a lot of the games that they're still bringing out for the PS3, so all their exclusives are still on the PS3 or PS Vita. They haven't shifted their focus to the PS4. None of the companies I really, really like are focused on the PS4 right now. So I think if anything, it would take at least one of these companies I love, like NIS America, Xseed, Atlas, to kind of start bringing out games on the PS4 as like exclusively on the PS4 or Xbox One, which I doubt is going to happen. So I don't know. I think it'd be a very, very long time before I buy either console.
I'm looking at the thing right now on Kotaku, and the title of the news story says, "Your new game consoles is eating up more energy than ever." And if you guys want, I'm just going to read. It's a very short article. I'm just going to read this word for word. It says, even if you're not actively using your consoles, they're still using up electricity. The amount of energy consoles consume has increased from the last generation consoles. The National Resources Defense Council finds that on a yearly basis, our new consoles cost America $1 billion in electricity bills, and the most of that energy is consumed when the console is in standby mode. The graph, which I'll talk about later, the graph above gives a good sense of how much energy each console consumes versus the last generation consoles, with the Wii U being the least dependent consoles of all three, talking about the Xbox One and the PS4. Both the Xbox One and PS4 consume 2 to 3 times more energy than the 360 and the PS3, and I'll try to describe the graph. It's a line graph, and right now the system that uses the least amount of energy is the Wii U at 37. I guess that's 37 kilobytes, watts. I don't know what the number is, but it says 37. The next one is the Wii at 40. Next to that, it is the PS3 at 64. Then the next one is the 360 at 70. And the next one after that is the PS4 at 181. And the console that uses the most energy, and this says dependent on your TV, so this is going to vary. It says either between 210 to 298. So, that says a lot. If you're using a lot of energy on your consoles, you're paying that in your electricity bills. So
that makes sense, though. The more powerful, the more it's going to suck up energy.
Right. I'll send you guys this news story in case you want to take a look at it.
At least the NES wasn't too bad on my power bill, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right?
Like, it could handle those 8 bits of graphics, those couple of colors. And honestly, some of those games are better than some of the other games that come out today. Hey, wow, look at that. Jesus Christ, that Xbox One.
I know, look at it.
That is a lot. That is actually a lot. That surprised me.
Even the Wii U is the least,
That's funny that the Wii U is less than the Wii.
Yeah, well, not by much, maybe like 3 or 4, but yeah.
Still, that's impressive, though, that they've found a way to make a powerful console and still make it more efficient, actually. That's really impressive. Like, even the PS4, that's a pretty huge jump from the PS3 to the PS4, but that Xbox One, maybe, I wonder if some of that is possibly the Kinect, too, so I wonder if the Kinect is kind of hogging that power, so maybe I'd like to see like an Xbox One without the Kinect and how much it uses up.
Well, again, the Xbox One also says dependent on your TV.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
But yeah, that's crazy. It's just, I don't know, like I want to like the new consoles, but like nothing is pulling me towards them.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, the more consoles I can get, the better. Like I want gaming to keep going, and I want to keep having unique experiences and, buying all these consoles. But right now, I don't feel any incentive to own either of those consoles. And to be honest, I've been really contemplating right now buying a Wii U very recently, so I might do that actually very recently because I've been looking around and it looks like I can get one for like $200, $250, which isn't that bad.
Which is also half the price of an Xbox One, too.
Yeah, and there's tons of games I want to play on it. Like, I'd buy Mario Kart 8 right away. the one I'm looking at is the Super Mario bundle, so it already comes with the new Super Mario Bros. U, so that was one of the games I wanted for it, so I can get it with the Wii U. I want the Super Mario 3D World, maybe Pikmin, like, there's a lot of games, and you know Nintendo's probably going to announce some more games, so right now, oddly enough, for me, as a next-gen console, I'm oddly going with Nintendo, which has been a long time since I chose Nintendo when I had, like, choices, like, right away, but they offer a lot of unique games that are exclusive to the Wii U that I want to play. Even odd stuff, like Wonderful 101 and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff now that I waited on the Wii U so the library could grow, and now I think it has, so might be time to jump in. But, guys, do we want to jump into some news? Some other news we have?
Some other news? Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I'll go ahead and start this off. So guys, do you like artwork? I know I do. I love artwork. You kidding me? You guys like art? How you feel about art? Techno, I know you're like all about fine art. You go to like the museum all the time.
Oh, all
Just
the
like
time.
Like just like me, you have a seasonal pass like me. You just go there whenever you want. Right,
Yep.
Techno? Well, I love art, and I love art books especially, and one of the companies that does killer art books is Udon. I mean, Udon's just a champion for doing art books. They've done art books for all kinds of series that you can imagine, from like really niche stuff like Atelier and stuff like that to, you know, more popular stuff like Street Fighter, and more recently one I'm super excited about because it's one of my favorite fighting game series, probably up there with King of Fighters, but Udon's releasing a Darkstalkers official complete works art book. So it's a complete art book for Darkstalkers. There's some wonderful art. You can get this via Amazon. They currently have it for like $30. The Udon site has it listed for $40, but why would you spend 40? We could get it for 30. But there's some fantastic artwork of all the characters. You got a little bit of write-ups in there. You got some like full-page spreads, full-page illustrations. You got like some various character artwork from throughout the history of the game and how the characters kind of change their styles and whatnot. Just really, really fantastic quality. Udon is just killer. You guys like Udon art books?
Dude, I fucking love Udon. Like, I bought 2 art books at PAX East from Udon, so I love them. That's the first booth I go to when I go to PAX East, because they just do amazing work.
Yeah, it's like they're huge books too. Like they don't skimp on it. There's hundreds of pages of just gorgeous artwork, so it's totally worth it. But that's my news article. That just like recently came out, so it's a really, really recent art book from Udon. So if you're a Darkstalkers fan, I would suggest checking it out. I'm totally gonna buy it because I love Darkstalkers. But moving on to some more niche news involving anime boobies and high school girls.
Yeah.
And clothes coming off as they do battle. They wage these epic battles, and pieces of clothes strategically come off in strategic places, if you know what I mean. But Techno should be hyped about this too, because I know I am. Guess what's coming out to the PS Vita, guys, by the glorious folks at Xseed. Xseed, I love you guys, you know, just take my money. Atlas, you know, all these companies should just have access to my wallet all the time, like NIS America, Xseed, Atlas, should just be like, you know, take my money all the time. But they're bringing out Senran Kagura Shinobi Verse. This is originally a PS Vita game that was pretty much in Japan only until Xseed decided that they're going to localize it for America, and they're going to bring it out sometime later this fall, around kind of September-ish time. But if you don't know this, there's 2 different ones. So the 3DS one is a different kind of game. It's Senran Kagura Verse. That's more of like a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's kind of like a Final Fight or like a Streets of Rage kind of thing. And clothes involve, you know, it involves clothes coming off in both of them, or all the games basically. But this one's more of like an arena kind of fighter. It's more of like a fighting game. You fight in these kind of arenas and do battle against kind of like waves of enemies, and you have all the various girls to choose from. So the interesting thing to note about this is originally, because Xseed did bring out the 3DS one, but that one only came out as a digital download. Like, they had my hopes up that once I heard it was confirmed, and they're like, oh, it's digital download only, and I got really sad because I wanted a physical copy. But this, they are going to bring it out for PSN, so you'll be able to buy it digitally from the PSN store, which I would assume would be $40. But if you're like me and you really, really want a physical copy because you love having physical copies of stuff, there's what they call a Let's Get Physical edition of Senran Kagura's Shinobi Verse. And basically what it is just, it's the only way to get a physical copy of the game. It's like $10 more. I think it costs like $50, but it's basically like a limited edition. But you actually get a physical copy of the game for the PS Vita. You get a soundtrack CD, and you get an art book, which kind of has like write-ups on the characters, maybe a little bit of strategy guide in there and some illustrations. But it's only $10 more, and you get a physical copy. So, and the interesting thing to note about that is, as of right now, I think that's the only way to get a physical copy of this game. I think the only way to get a physical copy is to buy the limited edition. And the only place offering the limited edition right now, I'm sorry guys, I apologize, I wish Amazon could be offering it too, but the only place to get it right now is currently GameStop. They're offering it as an online kind of thing, so I don't know if it's an online exclusive from GameStop. XE did mention that this was going to be a very, very limited physical run, so if you want a physical copy, I would suggest jumping on this right away, because they're not doing standard editions, you know, just like the Vita game by itself. This is the only way to get a physical copy of the game, and I assume they're just going to make a certain amount and then call it done, because I think they probably want more people to buy it digitally, because XE kind of tends to push digital sometimes, and they're pushing that. But if you want a physical copy, I say jump on it. I do really, really wish like Amazon was offering it as well, but right now, from what I searched, the only place I could find it currently available is GameStop for $49.99, which I have to buy from GameStop, but I need my physical copy of Battling Boobies. It's a fun game though. It looks like a super fun game, like despite all the like, you know, cliche anime mechanics, you know, things flopping everywhere and clothes coming off. It looks like a really competent fighter, and it looks like something that's just really, really fun. So, and I've been showing a lot of love to my Vita lately, so I'm always looking forward to more stuff to play on my Vita, so I'll definitely try and get my Let's Get Physical edition. And can't wait to play that. And like I mentioned, that comes out later, probably fall, kind of September, around there. But that is all my news.
Nice. I'll go next, I guess, since I only have one news story, so this will be kind of quick. There's a new game coming out called the Yu-Gi-Oh! Exil World Duel Carnival. This game is based on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Exil anime series, and I gotta say, I'm like super excited for this game, but I'm a little nervous because this game so far is only being released in Europe, and it'll be released on June 26th by Konami. Now, the reason I'm really excited for this game because it's actually being released overseas, but in Australia, I might add. But I really want this game to be released in the United States. I heard a rumor that it might come to the United States as a Nintendo eShop download or a physical copy. It hasn't been confirmed yet because I can't find anything online. Sometime in September. But what this game is all about, like I said, it's based on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime Exil series. It's really hard to say, so I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. And anyone who knows what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, it's a card-based dueling game where you summon monsters, you play different traps and magic cards throughout the game to win your respective duel. Now, this game is going to center around the World Duel Carnival series, where 11 playable characters, and each character will have their own deck, and it will allow users to go straight into the action as they select their favorite character and enter a hard-fought duel using their cards as hold. That's quoted right from this article that I'm looking at. The World Duel Carnival also will let players to develop their character decks, and advanced users will be able to build custom decks from over 5,500 cards that the game contains. Now, just like past Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, this game, like I said, is going to be a Nintendo eShop download, but just like past Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, if you buy the physical copy, it's going to come with 3 exclusive Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, like physical cards, and those cards are going to be the Snowplow Hustle Russell, Night Express Night, and Special Schedule. So those are, I don't know what these cards do, but those are the cards that will come in the physical version of the game. I'm super excited. I'm glad that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is actually expanding onto the 3DS, because like I just mentioned in our talk with the Xbox One and the PS4, that Nintendo is closing down the Wii and the DS servers, like, forever, like, in the next week or two. So my past Yu-Gi-Oh games that I currently own, I can't play them online like within 3 weeks. I can't. They're done. And I like playing the Yu-Gi-Oh games online. The single player is okay. I don't really care for it, but I love playing online with other people who actually play the game, who know how to play the game. And I'm excited for this game to be released on the 3DS because, hell, I want to fucking play it on the 3DS. But right now it's only confirmed for Europe and Australia sometime in June. So, like I said, there is a little thing right here. It says something about September. So I really hope this September date is the United States. But like I said, I couldn't find anything online. So that's basically it. That's my news story. Like I said, I really hope this game comes out in the United States as a physical copy because I like physical. So
Yeah, me too. But yeah, I certainly hope it has the Blue Eyes White Karibo.
yeah, I'm sure it will.
And the slot machine, because slot machine, Time Wizard. Oh my
Well,
god.
Tom Wizard.
It does say 5,500 cards.
Boy.
I really hope this game comes out because it'll be
Yeah.
it'll be in my 3DS like all the time. But that's it. I just had the one news story. So
Techno,
Yes.
it is time to deliver us your news.
It is time.
Oh
All
man.
right. Well, we're going to start off with some Ultra Street Fighter 4. Yeah. Ultra
Whoa. That was some
It had
Evo level
4
hype.
Ultra release dates. So, the 4th edition of Capcom Street Fighter 4 series will enter the ring June 3rd when the digital upgrade version comes available on the PS3 via the PSN. Capcom has informed us Xbox 360 owners will get their chance to try out the 5 fighters new to Street Fighter 4 engine: Poison, Hugo, Elena, Rolento, and DiCapri the following day, June 4th. The upgrade will cost $15, but note that to get this version, you'll need to either already own Super Street Fighter 4 or Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition. A retail release which does not require players to own the previous version of Street Fighter 4 will be available for both PS3 and 360 on August 5th and will cost $40. There will also be a full digital release that will also cost $40, launching on the same day on the PS3. Lastly, our dear friend, the personal computer, you can call him PC if you want, gets the game on August 8th. And the full digital release for the PC will be only $30. Capcom also announced that a pre-order program which nets players 5 costumes, one for each of the new cast, will start today. So if you want to see Jungle Elena, Medieval Hugo, Pirate Poison, and Wizard Rolento, and Gladiator DiCapri, you'll need to plunk down some cash early. Yeah, Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Are you excited about that, or are you going to upgrade yours?
Yeah. I'm probably not going to buy the
Retail.
physical.
Yeah.
I'll probably just upgrade it,
That kind of makes sense.
$15.
see, I would buy the physical. Now those exclusive costumes. You said you get those for pre-ordering the game.
Yeah, pre-order program. It doesn't say where.
What is that pre-order for? The digital version and the physical copy, or one? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Okay,
It doesn't
okay.
say.
Okay.
So,
Like, can you pre-order digital copies? Like, is that a thing? I didn't know.
I don't think so.
On Steam. Are you kidding me? Steam
Oh,
has
yeah,
all that
on
pre-purchase
Steam.
crap. No, pre-purchase now, $60.
Well-
have it pre-installed the day it
Well,
comes out.
None of us here even use Steam, so.
That is true. I mean, Techno's all about that Desura, all about that
What?
Desura.
What the hell is that?
You don't know Desura? Don't tell me I know about Desura and you don't. You're the PC guy.
I've never heard of that.
It's basically like Steam, but for Linux users, because
You
Linux.
see, I don't use Linux.
But still, like, they offer games that you can play on PC. Like, it doesn't matter what platform you have, you can play a lot of the games, but it's designed for Linux users, like the user interface and everything, but the games will work on any system. They kind of tend to specialize in games that, like, they do get a lot of bigger games that come out on Steam too, but they have a lot of games that Steam doesn't have because they're, like, really, really smaller games, super, super indie stuff and all that. I use it every now and then just for, like, looking up some really, really obscure kind of indie games. That's where I played Super Wagon Adventure, which is like that pixel version of Oregon Trail where you can do all that crazy shit. But yeah, there's like smaller games like that. Yeah. But it's like another platform. It's a platform similar to Steam, but it doesn't have a lot of games, huge games that Steam has. And I know you love that Origin, right, Techno? You love Origin.
Oh yeah, totally. Not really. No, not at all.
Yeah.
I hate EA. Lick my left testicle.
Whoa. PG, okay?
Yeah, come on.
This is a PG podcast. Take it easy.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
It has never been a PG podcast.
Fine.
No, never.
PG-13.
Yeah, okay. PG-13.
Okay, good.
We kind of went rated R once, though. But, yeah. Anyways, the West welcomes Disgaea 4
Oh, yeah.
for the Vita in August. So, yeah. A Disgaea 4, A Promise Revisited, is coming to North America Vitas on August 12th, before waddling its way to Europe 2 weeks later on August 29th. The news comes from via NIS America, who just opened pre-orders on the Goody Stuff limited edition box set.
I saw that. It's like $50, I think, and it comes with the game. Microfiber cloth.
I would hope it came with the game.
No, there's like $100 collector's edition that doesn't come with a game. It's like, that'd be funny. That'd be so messed up to buy a limited edition and like, it's like a factory error where they forgot to put a game in yours or something. That would suck. But yeah, I saw that limited edition. The limited edition for that one has like a microfiber cloth with some artwork on it, 3 keychains, and tear-resistant poster. That's kind of big. I don't know. I don't like the new NIS America Vita limited editions that they're doing. Like, I pre-ordered the Neptunia Producing Perfection limited edition, and it's basically like the same thing. It comes with a microfiber cloth and like headphones. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I missed art books and soundtrack CDs, And Disgaea 4, this one for the Vita, is basically a port of Disgaea 4 on the PS3. But you can play it on your PS Vita, so that's good.
As per tradition, the Vita conversion of the 2011 Tactics RPG features a number of extras, including a brand new scenario, adventure, and more than 50 of the DLC add-ons for the original game. Next, my last one. Battle Block Theater bundled with one of my favorite games of all time, Castle Crashers, for the Steam launch of Battle Block Theater. The behemoth launch party platformer Battle Block Theater on Steam today and is offering some special discounts and bundles to celebrate. For starters, those that don't already own Battle Block Theater and the developer's popular beat-em-up Castle Crashers on Steam can download both games for $22.49 or receive Battle Block Theater on the cheap with a loyalty discount for already owning Castle Crashers. If that isn't enough savings for you, Battle Block Theater is 10% off. That would be $13.49. Its standard being $15 for its first week on Steam. Yay!
Are you gonna pick that up? Have you played Battle Block Theater?
I have not played that. I saw it whenever I went to PAX Prime. 2012? Yeah. They had like a little kiosk thing, people playing it, and I didn't play it. I was like, I just want my statue of the Necromancer signed by the guys. So, no. But I'll probably pick it up. I mean, it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, and you already have Castle Crashers on Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get that discount on top of that, so yeah, be a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, like whenever I went and got all that stuff signed by them, I was like, please put Castle Crashers on Steam. Do it.
And they listen to you. Everyone has you to thank for it. You are the reason that Castle Crashers came out on Steam. Good job, Tucker. I'm proud of you.
So yeah, that's all my news.
Yay!
Yeah, I think that's all our news, actually. So, gentlemen, I think it's time, you know, it's that time.
9:31?
God damn it, no. It's that time where you gotta tuck the kids in the bed, you know what I mean, because it's about to get a little steamy. Because it's time for Techno's Love Talk. Oh, and we actually have a listener submission today.
We have a listener submission for Techno's Love Talk. Are you ready, Techno?
I am
It's gonna be great.
ready.
Okay, this question from Tipton Donaldson, and he asks, this is a very, very detailed question. He says, Techno, if I bring a date to the movie theater, do I get food from the lobby, or do I take her to a nice place afterward? That is his question. Techno, go.
Oh, well, this is easy. This is easy, okay? You don't get the popcorn.
Oh, really?
Don't get the popcorn. Because, see, it's kind of hard, though, because I don't know if it's like, he's already been on a date with this girl or not, but here's what I'll say. I'll say, on the first date, if you're on, like, the first date, don't kiss her, don't do nothing, okay? Like, if it's on the first date, get the popcorn, get the, your Butterfinger BBs, whatever. And, just have a good time at the movies. But if it's second date, here's what you do. You don't get the popcorn, okay? Unless she wants it. If she wants some popcorn, let her have it. Whatever. And then, like, whenever the movies, you're in the middle of the movie, go up, kiss her. And then, boom, right there. And then, after the movie's done, say, hey, would you like to go eat out or something? And then she'll say yes or no. And then that's all you have to do. And then just don't take her to, like, McDonald's. Like, no. It's gross.
Or Taco Bell.
Or Taco Bell.
Well, those places have Wi-Fi, though.
Free Wi-Fi. It's free.
Oh my god. No. You don't want to do that. Just no. McDonald's is disgusting, and Taco Bell, I mean, most women like Taco Bell, though, so.
You take her to Five Guys, or In-N-Out, or Chuckbox, or Chiba Hut. I mean, there's a lot of places.
Wait, what? Chuckbox?
Oh,
what
man.
the hell is that?
Oh, bro, Chuckbox on
I know
University.
Jack in a Box.
It's another kind of special mom-and-pop burger shop we have here. It's like on University. I know it because it was located on the ASU campus, but it's kind of like a restaurant, but they have some amazing burgers too. As if In-N-Out wasn't enough. But then we also have Five Guys. There's like this ice cream shop down there. I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Dude, okay. There's this place in Coal Hill, Arkansas. It's a little bit a ways from where I'm at. It's called Dee's Drive-In. They have a burger called the Leroy Burger, and it's 4 patties. That's all I get there. I'm like, yes. And it's so tasty. Oh. But yeah.
I'm worried about you. It's dangerous.
There you go.
Good advice. I think that's really good.
I think I did good.
Yeah. Surprise.
I mean, that's what I do.
Well, that's why you are the love expert. So that's why we come to you. You're the best. You're the best at everything.
Because if you, like, try to kiss her on the first date, you're, like, trying too hard.
Yeah, you're being really, really forward.
Yeah.
Take it easy there.
Take it easy. Like, what I do is I just, like, hold hands with her on the first date.
You didn't hold my hand. God damn it, Techno. That was a terrible first date we had. You didn't even buy me popcorn. I was like, I want popcorn. You're like, no, shut up. We're gonna go watch Spider-Man. Actually, you know what's funny though? Here in Arizona, there's recently like a new place, and it's actually like a bar and a movie theater combined. Like you go to it, you can watch movies, but you can order like beer and get like appetizers and stuff. Like it's basically like a restaurant and like a movie. Like there's no like sitting in like rows of chairs. It's like sitting at like tables of rows. Like there's rows and they have like tables and then chairs and then, yeah, and then you order from like a menu and you can have a beer while you're watching the movie and stuff like that. It's a really nice place.
You know what? They're starting to like really improve theater. Like the theater in my town, I went to go see like Spider-Man 2 recently, and this was fucking amazing. Like I bought my ticket, and they're like, pick a seat, and I'm like, why? And they're like, it's assigned seating now. So I guess like when you buy your ticket, you get to pick where you want to sit. And I thought this was really stupid. And I get in there, and all the fucking seats are replaced with recliners. Like, they're just rows and rows of recliners. I'm just like, holy shit. And, like, I made the mistake of accidentally picking a seat that was, like, right in front of the screen. And usually I hate that because you gotta look up. But these recliners, they fucking recline. So, like, I was able to, like, lay down, super comfy, and they had cup holders and everything. I'm like, oh my god, these are fucking amazing. Like, I couldn't believe it. And they, like, this was a Showcase Cinema, too, so, like, if you guys have Showcase Cinemas, you might as well, like, check them out around your town, because fucking mine has recliners now.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We have some here, too, that has, like, recliners with, like, cup holders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just super sweet.
Mine does, too.
Yeah, I was like at first I was really pissed off because I'm like, why do I have to assign my seat? And then I get in there and I'm like, holy shit, this is so comfortable.
I like how we went from dating to burgers to movie theaters. It's like
It's a natural flow.
Yeah,
I
what
think
the
it all
hell?
flows pretty well.
Why are you trying to fight the system?
I'm not.
Alright, well, there you go.
We used to have a drive-in here back in the day, and you can still see it. Like
Yeah,
it's
I
still
did
up.
too.
They don't use it anymore. R.I.P. drive-ins. So that was Techno's Love Talk.
Yay!
I'm so glad we had a user submission. I hope we have more. And make them challenging. I want Techno to like really have to tap into that love advice, man. His love expertise.
His love power.
You're getting his talents for free, so you might as well use it. He normally charges like $100 for a session, right, Techno?
Yeah.
That's how he makes his money. Give him
I know,
love.
I didn't even get a discount.
Screw you. You have to pay full price.
The time! Who's got the time?
It's,
Question time!
Yeah, but guys, you want to jump into some listener questions?
Sure. We have, I think 3 of them, because we already answered like 2 of them. But we'll just go with Tipton Donaldson again. He asks, I am going to go see the Godzilla movie tonight, and I was wondering, what is your favorite movie monster? And then he also says, Dan, congrats on your MLG grades in college.
Oh, I was so MLG in college, guys. You know, top tier. Just, I was so MLG.
So, he asks, what is your favorite movie monsters?
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
I've always liked the Wolfman, like werewolves and stuff.
Classic.
So, like, I just like that whole thing where they just transform.
The Blob.
The Blob. Dude, that movie scared the shit out of me when I
That's a
first saw it.
terrifying movie.
When I first saw it, it scared the shit out of me.
Oh, man.
Techno, what's your favorite?
I don't want to be, just, it's too easy.
Free Willy.
No.
Oh my god, you're afraid of Free Willy?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that would be
I was
awesome.
just gonna say
So what?
Godzilla. I like Godzilla, man.
Godzilla's cool.
Yeah, he's pretty
Own
scary.
it. Own it.
Godzilla!
Can I add another one?
Sure.
Those pink drunken elephants from the...
No!
No, dude, those are the scariest fucking monsters ever. Like, if you guys ever see the Disney Dumbo movie and the scene where, like, Dumbo gets drunk and he starts seeing pink elephants, it scared the shit out of me when I was, like, 5 years old. It's the scariest movie on the planet. Just saying.
It's intense.
It is, dude. When you're a fucking 5-year-old, holy shit, man! I didn't know what the fuck was happening. He's like hallucinating. I just thought he like made a whole bunch of little friends, and then it's like, holy shit! Scared the shit out of me, dude. I'm gonna go with them. The scariest monsters ever. Those pink dancing elephants. But we have more questions, and the next one's from Nick Knack. This one's kind of long, so he says, "My question is for you, wonderful gentlemen." I'm going to add wonderful gentlemen because I want to feel special. But he says, what are some games that don't have sequels that should stay the way they are to preserve their greatness? For example, I love the DS game The World End With You, and while I would buy a follow-up to it, I don't think it needs one because there is a chance that The World End With You 2 would ruin the legacy of the first. So what game should stay a single game and not have a sequel?
That's pretty hard.
Oh, I know. And a sequel would be kind of weird, but for me, Lost Odyssey, I think Lost Odyssey is just a great RPG. Like, it's not tied to anything, it's a unique RPG, it's fresh, it's based on old school classic RPGs. It was done so beautifully that I would never like to see them attempt to try and make a follow-up to that, or even something that was in the same world. I think it's great to have a game like that to stand alone. And I would say Xenoblade Chronicles, but we all know about the X game for the Wii U, which is basically kind of a sequel or a prequel or whatever it's going to be, but it's basically more Xenoblade, which I'm fine with. I like Xenoblade.
I'm trying to think of one. Oh, dude, Kickle Cubicle. I love that game on the NES, dude. And it's never, to my knowledge, it never got a sequel, so Kickle Cubicle. If anything, I would want maybe like an updated, maybe HD remastered version of the same game, but you don't need a sequel. So, just that one. I like it.
I have no freaking clue, because I think every game I own has a sequel.
Well, I mean, excluding the remake, would you ever want a sequel to Skies of Arcadia?
Oh, hell yeah.
So you would want that. You're not afraid that they would mess up the greatness that they had with the original and let you down with the second one.
It won't be as good as the original, but they got Atlas, man.
Atlas gotta do all the work. Sega's gotta do some work too. Poor Atlas, they're like the whipping boy for Sega. Like, you can do all our games now. It's fine.
So you're saying you want a sequel to Skies of Arcadia?
Dude, I've been wanting one since I played the first one.
Okay, because the question is what game you don't want a sequel for. You reversed it, man.
I know. Shadows of the Dam. But that kinda, it's not really a sequel, but he has a lot of games that play kind of the same, but yeah.
He's not really known for making sequels besides No More Heroes, but Suda's like a kind of one and done guy. He wants every game to be like a new game, despite maybe borrowing some mechanics from the other games he made.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it, right? We got one more question. Alright, this one's from Zombified Gamer 517. He says, "Hey guys, love the podcast. And it would be cool. Would it be cool if I offered a suggestion? I sometimes like it when you guys go off topic and talk about things that are not gaming related. So maybe if you could do a section where you name off one cool awesome. It could be gaming related or not. Later, guys." That's basically it. Burgers are your one cool thing, huh?
And pizza.
Movies.
See, now you just named two.
Techno. Gotta use your pick wisely.
You know, you could have gone with the answer food, and that would have covered all of it, but nope.
Yeah, but I don't like all food.
Oh, okay, well. You could say all good food.
I don't... Whatever.
Alright. So
I like Coca-Cola Cherry. That's what I drank today.
Bro,
So
I love Coca-Cola Cherry. I thought you were a Pepsi guy, though, man.
Yeah,
I am a Pepsi guy,
You're all about
but
that wild cherry Pepsi.
I don't... I hate, like, original Coke. Just, you know, I can't stand it. Because it screws with my teeth. But the cherry vanilla Cokes, I like those. Because, you know, they don't make Pepsi or vanilla Pepsi anymore.
So, Techno, are you super jacked about that Mountain Dew Baja Blast being canned
Dude,
now?
I had some, man! It was freaking good. I love it. Yeah.
I know you're always talking about it. I saw that they recently made, like, available for purchase, so you can buy cans of it.
I bought me a case and watched Son of Batman.
Nice. I miss Mountain Dew Livewire. Do they still sell that? I don't think so.
They do.
They do? I haven't seen it here.
Yep.
It's basically orange soda. Like, it's just like, it's Mountain Dew name, but it's basically just orange soda. It's pretty, I really liked Livewire during the summer. It really hit the spot.
Yeah. And I liked Pitch Black, Mountain Dew Pitch Black. It wasn't grape, I don't think. It probably was, I can't remember, but it was like a soury taste. But, yeah.
I like when they hold all the competitions and they have like 3 picks and you can sample them. Like they'll have all 3 available to purchase and then you just kind of pick.
Wide Out, baby. Wide Out is my favorite Mountain Dew. And it won their little democracy, they call it.
Okay, Techno, so if you had to pick top 3 Mountain Dews of all time.
Top 3, okay.
Techno's top 3 Mountain Dews of all time.
I don't think you can do it, man. That's a hard choice.
Wide Out. Wide Out's number 1.
Okay. What about number 2? He's got to think about this, folks. This is...
Yeah, I know, man.
It's a hard decision.
Dude, there's so many.
Much, much harder than picking Game of the Year.
I'd have to say a Voltage.
Voltage?
Yeah, they're still doing that. And number 3 would be Livewire.
No Baja Blast?
God, come on! Come on! It's too hard! I can't do it!
3, you gotta knock one of the Voltage or Livewire.
Okay, Voltage is gone.
Okay. That's kind of weird considering that was the second one, but... So your top 3 goes like this. You got Whiteout at number 1. Okay, and you got Baja Blast at number 2, and then Livewire at number 3. Okay.
And number 4 would be Code Red.
Okay, I liked Code Red. I'm not the biggest fan of cream soda in general, but Code Red was okay. You should just do a video, Techno, talking about your favorite Mountain Dews. I'd watch that.
We still gotta answer this question. One cool thing, I'm gonna go with that new Flash series that's coming out in CW in the fall. I saw the 5-minute extended trailer and I almost shit my pants. It was fucking amazing. So, if you guys don't know what this is, it is the CW in the fall is getting a new TV show based on the superhero The Flash from DC Comics, and it's gonna run side by side with season 3 of the show Arrow. So, and Arrow seasons 1 and 2 were fucking amazing. I watched them religiously.
That season finale, my God!
I know. Yeah. Don't say any spoilers for people who probably haven't seen it, but yeah, it was fucking awesome. And during that season finale, they showed a sneak preview, but they didn't show the 5-minute extended preview, which I do recommend. Go on YouTube and type in The Flash 5-minute extended trailer, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's simply fucking awesome. It basically tells you everything you need to know about The Flash and what the show is going to be like. So, I recommend that. So, there you go. That's my one cool thing.
I liked how in the show Arrow, had Barry in the show, and, it ended after he got, lightning or whatever, and then you never saw him again.
Well, yeah, he was in a coma, dude.
Well, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that was kind of like your lead up for the Flash show. I'm so excited about that show, dude. I can't wait, dude. I literally went out the next day and I fucking bought like 2 Flash graphic novels and about like 5 Flash issues of like the comic. Like, I can't wait, dude. Seriously. Simply amazing.
Cool.
So Dan, what is your one cool thing?
Okay. So, I've been getting back into anime now that I've had some time to actually watch anime. Oh, yeah. But I like this, and it was one I've been meaning to watch, for a while now, but I've started getting into Sword Art Online, and I've watched the first part of Sword Art Online, and to be honest, I thought, I don't want to mention any spoilers, but it's kind of broken up into 2 parts, and I felt like the anime probably should have ended at part 1. I thought, like, the final episode for whatever part 1 was should have been like, boom, done, chop it there, we're good. But then I was so curious because I was like, how the hell are they going to extend this show into like another 10 or 12 episodes? So I'm kind of watching part 2. Not as good as part 1. I mean, it's got some
it's not.
Yeah, it's got some interesting elements which they try to do. It's really hard because I want to talk about like some of the stuff, but like if I mention anything, it's like a blatant spoiler. Because it leads you up, but like you wouldn't see it coming. But it's just not as refined, nor is it as exciting or gripping as that first part was. Like the first part was really, really good. Like it's like they're kind of trapped in this survival game where they're transported into. The premise goes like they're transported into an MMO, like this upcoming MMO, which uses like virtual reality. So they're like actually in the game. And then it becomes almost like this kind of game where they have to survive, basically, because there's some interesting mechanics that get interjected into there that have like real world consequences, based on what you do in the game. So they kind of go up this kind of tower dungeon and all that, but it's really hard because a lot of it is actually spoiler territory. So like, it's a good anime, especially the first part, but. Man, I like it, it's just I'm really sad because I think that ending it at the first part would have been beautiful. Because there's some animes, like, and I think some animes run into this issue where they get so popular that they feel like they need to keep it going. It's like, oh, it's doing so well, we got to keep banking on this, and giving the fans more, and they buy more stuff and all that. But sometimes, almost going back to like, games that shouldn't have a sequel, something's so good that you just want to leave it untouched. For me, that's like Lost Odyssey. Just leave it untouched. I don't need a sequel to that. I would have been fine with Sword Art Online just ending after the 12 or so episodes, but they kept it going. I'm still going to keep watching it. I forgot where I left off. I'm probably like 15 episodes, 16 episodes in. There's like 20-something episodes. But I'm not as into part 2, basically. It's a good anime, though. If you like RPGs, it's obviously based around RPGs. It's got some RPG elements in there, but it's got some interesting characters and just some interesting plot twists later on, but there's some really kick-ass battle sequences, but yeah, just part 1 is significantly better. I still recommend it, though, as anime. Sword Art Online is pretty cool.
And that's it. That's all our questions, so.
Cool.
Yay.
That's cool. I like that idea, actually.
What, the one cool thing?
Yeah, just bringing up one cool thing randomly.
Alright, well, maybe we should keep going with it. As long as we don't talk about any more Mountain Dew. I'm just kidding.
I don't think it's cool.
I know.
The cool kids drink Mountain Dew.
I know, I'm just kidding. So, Techno.
Yes.
You have a game.
I have a game.
Yes.
A game of questions.
Oh.
A game of
Life.
8 questions.
Whoa. Are these gonna like blow our minds? We're just gonna completely stump.
No, probably not.
What?
Probably
What
not.
color
But
Sonic the Hedgehog?
my first one, it's kind of okay.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
do it.
What color is
What?
my original GameCube?
Well, original?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or well, the first one I bought.
What's the buzzing word?
It's holy crap.
Holy crap.
No. It's okay. Dan, you come up with something.
Explosions.
That's a good.
There you go.
There, I buzzed. Explosions.
Okay.
So there were, like, what, 3 colors when the GameCube launched? I feel like purple is too standard for you, so I'm gonna go black.
Wrong.
Alright, explosions, it's orange.
Wrong.
The
No.
Silver, you bought a silver GameCube.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
That's
Oh,
bullshit.
it's no Panasonic Cube, but whatever. It's not super chrome and shiny. We need more chrome consoles, guys. When they announce a chrome PS4, I'm all about that. Super shiny.
So how many points should we get for the wrong answer?
I thought we didn't do points.
I get 5
points
because I buzzed
anymore.
in first. You get
Oh, alright. Well, I at least want 2 points for trying.
5. I'll get
Whatever.
He doesn't even care.
Okay. Number 2. In the original Legend of Zelda, what are the snake creatures' names?
Explosions.
Okay.
Rope.
Bing, bing, bang, bang, bang. You're right.
well,
How many points? How many points?
-1.
Oh,
You're going backwards now.
God damn it.
That's how this game works. If you start doing good, you're doing bad, actually.
Well, that sucks.
Okay. And number 3. Who was the last guy you fought in the original Street Fighter?
Explosions.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, I have no idea.
Original Street Fighter.
I was
Yeah.
thinking Street Fighter 2.
Um,
Explosions again.
Wrong.
That means I get a point, right?
No.
Oh.
are you guys following along, listeners? This game makes perfect sense, okay? Don't judge us. It makes perfect
What's your answer, Dan?
Man, I was thinking Street Fighter 2. Now that you mentioned, like, original, I'm like, shit, but Explosions, I'm gonna say... He wasn't in that, was he? M. Bison?
Nope.
You know, I bet it's Sagat.
Yep.
Oh,
Damn it.
because there were only, like, 2 characters or something, wasn't there? Or, like, a couple of
No, well, you only
You can only play
went
as
through
2.
the first with Ryu, and then second player was Ken. So you never fought Ken, I don't think.
Yeah, that kind of...
'Cause like the story was, he didn't enter the first tournament, so whatever.
Do I get any points for Sagat?
What?
Do I get any points for Sagat?
No.
You lost!
What? Oh, fuck. What the hell?
Negative 10 points.
This game sucks.
Okay. Number 4. What was the game that Nintendo was giving away for free?
Explosions.
Okay.
Dragon Warrior.
Good job.
Well,
How many points? How many points?
You get
negative 2.
Fuck! Alright, shit.
What was the question? Finish the question.
it was what was the game that Nintendo was giving away for free to Nintendo Power subscribers in late 1990.
Okay.
Dragon Warrior.
Number 5. How many Castlevania titles were on Sega systems?
Oh.
Like all the Sega systems?
Like
Yeah,
every
all-
single one.
Every single one of them.
Including imports?
Ooh, yeah.
Yes, including
Oh,
imports.
God, that makes it harder. Okay, because now I'm thinking Sega Saturn and... Shit.
Explosions. 4.
Wrong!
Explosions. 3.
Nope, wrong. There was only 2.
Fuck that.
Bloodlines.
No, there wasn't.
Bloodlines
Yeah.
and Akumajo Dracula X Nocturne in the Moonlight, otherwise known as Castlevania Symphony of the Moonlight. Almost forgot.
Yeah, I really like that Japanese name. That's a badass Japanese name.
Yeah, I know. I wish we had that name over here.
I really love the Castlevania names. They come up with, like, the subtitles. They just have such a good ring to them. Like, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Okay. Number 6. What was the first game on the Dreamcast to support the broadband adapter?
Explosions.
Okay.
The the Phantasy Star one.
No.
What? Fuck off.
Oh, wow. Explosions. Okay, this is a complete guess. I'm gonna say Choo Choo Rocket.
No.
Shit.
Mega Man X2.
What?
Echo the Dolphin. Type
yeah.
Destiny.
No.
Web
Bonnie's
browser.
Magical Adventure.
It was
What
Quake
about-
3 Arena.
I was just about to say that. What the fuck?
Yeah. Jeez, Techno, you didn't even give me a chance.
I know. Let us buzz in. Come on.
Okay, number 7.
God damn it.
What game had the most online players before World of Warcraft?
What?
I'll give you a guess.
Okay.
It's on PC.
Explosions. Okay.
Explosions?
This is gonna
God
be a
damn
guess.
it.
If he gets this right, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna say EverQuest.
No.
Shit.
Explosions Ultima.
No.
What? Fuck off.
What? Oh, it's not Ultima or EverQuest? Jesus.
It's
No.
Counter-Strike.
What? No one likes Counter-Strike.
What?
Yeah, it's no Call of Duty Techno, I'm sorry.
Alright, yeah. Well, alright. I get plus 3 points for that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like 100.
Number 8.
Dan, you're just kicking my
Last
ass.
one. What was the game that that Sega had made to be the Final Fantasy VII killer?
This sounds so familiar.
What game did Sega make to be the Final Fantasy?
No, that Sega had
Is
had
this
someone make.
is this like a series too?
Yes.
Explosions.
Yes,
I'm gonna say Fantasy Star.
no.
Shit.
No, because he said
Wrong!
he said Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, I thought you said Final Fantasy series.
No, so you gotta think PlayStation and beyond.
This is like
Hold on.
Dreamcast era.
Yeah, hold on. Explosions.
Okay.
Now I'm just gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm already claiming 10 points for this one. This is gonna be the epic online game of Echo the Dolphin,
Oh my god.
Tied to Time,
No.
Online DX.
Yeah, that's a turn-based RPG. You get like a dolphin and then a whale as your second party member,
Oh.
and then Aquabat is your third party.
I would have to guess Phantasy Star Online.
No.
Okay, Explosions is one more guess. Yeah, I'm gonna say Skies of Arcade.
What?
Skies of
No.
Arcade.
Wait a minute.
No. It's not on Dreamcast.
Jesus.
Oh, it's not. Oh, you
I
didn't
was
say
thinking
that.
Dreamcast.
Alright, it's not on Dreamcast.
What era?
So.
What? At least give us that hint. What era are we talking?
It was after. It was. Wasn't? Did it come out after
I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII? I don't think it did.
I have no idea because I don't know what game you're talking about.
Yeah,
What
so-
system? What system was this game on?
Dude, it's not the Dreamcast.
Is it the Sega
And-
Saturn?
Yes.
Explosions?
Oh.
The Panzer Dragoon Saga?
No.
Shit.
Oh, fuck, that's what I was gonna say.
Albert Odyssey? Mystaria?
You know what? I'm sticking with my Echo the Dolphin answer.
Do you guys want
I
to
was
know?
thinking with Die Hard Arcade on the Sega Saturn.
Oh, is it Die Hard?
No.
Oh.
What?
Shit. Die Hard Arcade? It wasn't.
I thought it was the Die Hard trilogy.
No.
Oh my god.
All right, I give up then.
Yeah,
Grandia.
Fuck
Grandia.
that.
no one talks about Grandia, so it didn't work.
I know, what the hell?
If anything, they should have been Fantasy Star.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I feel gypped.
Just for that, I get like plus 500 points.
Oh, alright, well, I already claimed my 10, so...
Yeah, it was a close game, Clive.
I have a total of 13 points.
I got like 1,000 or something. I don't know.
Jesus, you're too good at this game.
That was the best.
I know. The fuck.
Good stuff, Techno.
Alright, good game.
GG. But, gentlemen, is that time for games we have been playing recently. I broke that down for you guys.
Good. Glad.
I'm not dumb.
I didn't say anything, Jesus.
I know, what the fuck. Alright, why don't you go first, since you're not dumb? I'm glad you're not dumb.
Okay. Me and Aaron started playing some Twilight Princess on the GameCube. And, yeah.
How do you feel
what
about
else?
that?
Oh, what?
How do you feel
How do I
Twilight
feel
Princess?
about that?
Yeah, because
It's
Twilight
better.
Princess is like
It's
No,
better than Ocarina of Time. Oh!
Oh. Do you like it, though? Like, I feel like Twilight Princess is like the black sheep of the series.
Yes, I like it.
Twilight Princess is actually really good.
I have it for the Wii. I bought that at launch.
I always hear that, like, it's either like you're on one side or the other, there's no in between. People hate it because they don't like how dark it is and all that it doesn't feel like a Zelda game because it's not, like, really colorful, and they don't like the parts with the wolf and all that, and the wolf transformation, and then people are like, oh yeah, I think it's great. I actually really liked what I played of it.
Dude,
I never finished it, I got really far into it, but I never finished it.
Twilight Princess is the prequel to Okami.
It's good, I like it. I didn't mind. I actually preferred the dark tone. I like seeing, you know, kind of edgier side.
I do too. Pretty good. And another dark Zelda I have been playing, Majora's Mask. Yes, on the GameCube. Oh yeah, love it. And I've also been playing, not a lot of it, but Oracle of Seasons Zelda.
Man,
Oracle of Seasons.
like
on
all Zelda out.
3DS, because I never owned it on Game Boy, because I owned Ages on Game Boy Color instead. But, what else? Oh, played some Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the Dreamcast, and also some Capcom versus SNK, also on the Dreamcast.
Who's your team in that game?
My team? I usually go with two people. Mai and Ryu. Because I just love them boobies.
So you're gonna love Senran Kagura Shinobu.
I know!
Coming to a PS Vita near you sometime in September. Now Exceed owes me money for that. It's shameless promotion.
And I played a little bit of, or actually a pretty good amount of Grandia 2.
Oh, good man. Talking about Final Fantasy Killer over here. How far are you in Grandia 2? Like, roughly how many hours?
About, oh hell, I don't even know. It's pretty. Have you played it?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't played a lot of it, but you're probably farther than I am.
Okay, like you have to fight this like lion thing, and then he becomes on your team or whatever. I'm a bit farther than that, but that's pretty far.
Cool. You thinking about finishing that up?
Yeah, I'm trying to. So, and I played a little bit of Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and I played a little bit of PlayStation All-Stars, and I actually played a little bit of Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee on the GameCube. And, yeah. Well, I also played a little bit of Resident Evil 0. And I think that's it.
What about Crazy Taxi?
I forgot about that.
How crazy was it, technically?
Yeah.
Pretty freaking crazy.
Oh man, love Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. I liked the first one better than the second one. Probably because I played the crap out of the first one more. And I know where everything's at.
Did you ever play the third one on the Xbox?
I used to have it on PC, but it doesn't run that good. on PC.
That's crazy.
I wish I had the Xbox One because, see, in, like, the sequels, like 2 and 3, you can unlock the past characters. Like, on second one, you can unlock Axel, Gus, you know, all the characters on Crazy Taxi 1. And then on third one, you can unlock all three, you know, series, or three, Crazy Taxi 1's characters, Crazy Taxi 2's characters, and Crazy Taxi 3's characters.
Is that all the games you've been playing?
Yeah.
Clive, did he miss anything?
I only saw the Crazy Taxi.
You're good, Techno. You did it.
Yay!
Yay!
What? You know what, Dan?
I just
You're
think it's
going
funny.
next.
Whoa. Take it easy, buddy. Don't abuse your power. I know you're the best, but take it easy.
I was about to say.
So, I guess I'll go next because I'm being forced to. Jesus, Techno. But basically, what I've been playing is like the same as whatever I mentioned last time. More Pokemon X. I became the Pokemon champion, guys.
Yay!
That was the
Eh,
best. I did it with my dragon team, with like Charizard, Dragonite, Altaria, Gyarados, whatever that Wyvern Pokemon is in the new generation, Noivern or whatever. It was a dragon team. I wanted a dragon team really bad. I don't know. This Elite Four is okay, I guess. It just something about it didn't feel like as climactic as some of the other Elite Four battles, and maybe because I didn't think the music was as good for that section. Because I think some of the best music in Pokemon games is usually when you're battling the champion or when you're battling the Elite Four, and this one was, I don't know, it was okay. But yeah, and then I continued the new game where I got my second starter Pokemon, so I got Froakie. I picked Froakie, or I traded for Froakie. Because, I don't know, I don't care about a fire dog. If I want a fire dog, I'll just get a Vulpix, or a Growlithe, or a Flareon. But yeah, yeah, I chose Froakie. I was like, might as well. That's kind of cool, though, that they give you a second one. I didn't know that. I hadn't played it for a while, and then I went back to it. I'm like, oh, I want to see if they give you anything new after you beat the game. And then that one girl comes to you like, oh, I'll trade you, like, Froakie for anything. I'm like, okay. I probably gave her Oddish or something. Probably like those amazing trades I gave Clive.
No, yeah, I still have most of those too.
But yeah, that was great. I love Pokemon X though, especially since I was able to play a majority of it with classic first-gen Pokemon. Oh, speaking of that, we didn't even mention that, but they are doing the Pokemon Omega Ruby and what's the other one? Alpha Sapphire?
Alpha Sapphire, yeah.
Yeah, so basically 3DS remakes and reimaginings of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire from the Game Boy Advance. Which, prior to playing Pokemon X, the last Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Sapphire. And I like that gen. I mean, there's some weird Pokemon in there too, but I really like that gen. So, I'd probably get a remake. I'd probably get Omega
That's pretty
Ruby.
quick too.
Yeah.
They're coming out in November.
Yeah, that actually surprised me how quick it's coming out. I'm totally down with that.
Yeah, I plan on getting the Sapphire one myself.
Yeah, I always had the tradition where if I had one version, I go with the opposite version. So I played Sapphire growing up, so I might as well get Ruby. So some Pokemon X. I haven't played it for a while though since beating it, but I'd like to go back to it and kind of level up some new Pokemon and use some new Pokemon in there. Play some more Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars. Working my way through that. I'm still on the 4th labyrinth, I believe. And I'm getting close to the final boss in that labyrinth. I'm enjoying it. It's kind of a rinse and repeat cycle with the game. You kind of just go through the motions of talking to these girls, getting to know them, then going into the dungeons, leveling up your star children, you know, giving the star children independence once they reach max level, and then leveling up some other star children. They introduced tri-mating. Ooh, yeah, if you know what that means. You mate with 2 other girls to produce even stronger star children, but there's a lot of mating. I'm enjoying it. It's for what it is, like a dungeon crawler RPG, especially I'm playing on the Vita. There's not a whole lot of dungeon crawler RPGs to choose from if you exclude like Persona 4. So it's fun. It's nothing special RPG wise with the story. Like the story in this game is basically one of those stories which just gives you an incentive to do something like, oh, there's this evil presence and you gotta defeat it. But a lot of the story with this game comes from talking to the girls and talking to them and getting to know their personal stories. So the main story kind of takes a backseat, I guess you could say. But more Knights of Pen and Paper, because I fucking love Knights of Pen and Paper. This is a quirky take on like a D&D simulator mixed with like turn-based RPG, and oh my god, this game is just so fun. It's so fun to play in like short bursts too, like an hour here and there when I'm bored and something. I'm making progress. I think we're up to like level 26, 27. I unlocked a bunch of classes. I unlocked like the Knight class, I unlocked the Bard class, I unlocked the Shaman class. You have to do like certain quests in order to unlock these new classes, but I'm totally enjoying it. I can't wait to see some of the other video game references it has in it. I ran into Bill Murray in the game. Like Bill Murray, like we went to like the swamp area, and it was like a quest where you had to defeat ghosts or something. It's like they call him in the game. He's called Mill Burry because they can't use his real name, obviously, but they call him Mill Burry, and he's totally dressed up in like the Ghostbusters outfit and everything. And in the back, you can kind of see like the Scooby-Doo van in the background of the swamp, and like the creature from the Black Lagoon. This references galore in this game. It's just absolutely fantastic. A really, really surprising little gem. If you have Steam, I'd suggest checking it out. I believe it's also available on tablets, actually, because the user interface is kind of designed for tablets. So I'd check it out. And one new game I've been playing that I started up recently is a new Nintendo DS RPG that I've been wanting to play for a while now. And it's called Sands of Destruction. It's published by Sega and developed by Image Epoch. And I can't remember if the game came first and then they made an anime later based off the game, or it's the other way around, that there was an anime and then they made a game. But basically it's an interesting and pretty good, solid, straightforward turn-based RPG with like, the battle system actually kind of reminds me of Project Cross Zone, where it's like you have attacks that are mapped to like the X and Y button, and it's about kind of trying to pull off some of these like unique combos by like maybe, you know, hitting a character up into the air and then continuing with a follow-up in the air and then maybe knocking them back down. So there's like, it's turn-based, but then there's like these certain kind of meter which determines how many times you can do an action. And then it's got like magic spells, life spells, you can use items, but for the most part it's kind of traditional turn-based. And I like it too because it's presented like, I like how it's presented because the battles are presented on both screens, so like the battle image will continue on both screens, like it's stretched, so like flying enemies, you know, like bats will be on like the top screen because they're in the air, and then like ground enemies are on the bottom screen, so it's like really interesting how they chose to present that. And the story is actually really interesting where you kind of play as the anti-hero in a way, you're not really the good guy. The main character has this weird ability to like kind of destroy the world, I guess, like he has the power to destroy stuff by turning people and, you know, whole places into sand, hence the name Sands of Destruction. But he can cause chaos, and he joins this girl who's like part of the, I think they call it the World Annihilation Team, and her whole focus is to destroy the world. And it's interesting though because it sounds like, oh, why would you want to do that? But it's interesting because in this world there's like humans, and then there's what they call ferals, and ferals are like beast creatures that are almost acting as like slave drivers in the game. Like they have like humans who are doing their bidding, and they're treating them really, really poorly, and a lot of towns are kind of collapsing because of like the feral run. So in a way you're kind of trying to do something good by destroying the world because the world's not so great to begin with. So it's actually a kind of interesting premise. So, and like I said, I think there's an anime, there is an anime, I just don't remember the order, if the game came first or the anime came first. But if you like kind of turn-based RPGs with kind of that unique combo style system, almost similar to Project Cross Zone, and it's got an interesting premise so far. And likable characters and great presentations. So, and that's Sands of Destruction on DS. I'm about, let's say, like 6 to 7 hours into that, and it's not a terribly long game, which I like too. So I'll probably play some more of that. But that's all the games I've been playing. So Clive, what have you been playing?
Well, let's see, last time I was playing Final Fantasy X, the HD remastered. I finished that. Good game. Love it. Then obviously I moved on to... Actually, they had this thing called, like, Final Fantasy X, the Eternal Calm. And it's like a... I think it was like a 10-15 hour, like, short video that kind of, like, ties the events between Final Fantasy X and X2. And I learned before this was only available on like some sort of DVD, so it was kind of cool that they included this in the collection. But I moved on to Final Fantasy X2, and this one looks a lot better than Final Fantasy X, and I kind of say that because like the characters in Final Fantasy X, like their faces, like even though they were like in HD and really good detail, their faces were still kind of like static and maybe like a little emotionless. In X2, you could definitely see like the emotion in their faces, especially like when they're like surprised and like you could see their eyes rolling from like the left side of their head to like the right side. So I don't know. I'm enjoying the graphical upgrade of X2 a lot because it looks so much better. I'm not that far into the game. I'm only like 4 hours in, maybe 5. But I'm liking it. You know, I played the game before when it was on the PS2, and I'm liking it. It's just not really much to say. Like I played it before and I love it. Like Final Fantasy X and X2 are like, I consider them one gigantic game, and they're in my top 5 Final Fantasy games. So I'm enjoying that. The only other game I've been playing is Mega Man Extreme for the Game Boy Color, but I'm playing it on my 3DS because I got it from the eShop, and I've never played this one before ever, so this is my first time playing through it, and it's hard. It's really hard. I was like, what the fuck, dude? And it still follows like the same, like this weapon is a weakness to this enemy, so I kind of knew which weapons to use against the robot masters, but like, dude, it's still fucking hard. I'm like, what the hell, dude? But I'm enjoying it. So far, I defeated the first 4 robot masters, and now I'm doing like, I really hope this isn't the end of the game, because I've only defeated the 4 robot masters, but I'm going after the core. I guess this is like some in-between level before I fight the other 4 robot masters. So, and I know they're Mavericks. It's just easier for me to call them robot masters. But yeah, I'm liking it. I really do like it. The only thing that kind of bugs me is when Mega Man gets like the different armored pieces. His character sprite doesn't change at all. So I'm just like, okay. But yeah, it's a good game. I really do enjoy it, and I recommend it if people like Mega Man, the X series, and you just want like a cheap. I think it's like $4.99 on the eShop, so it's a good price for what it is. So that's it. That's all I've really been playing. Is I finished up Final Fantasy X, playing X2 now, and I'm playing through Mega Man Extreme 1. So
Cool.
yeah. So that's about it, guys.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much wraps up this episode 94 of PSP. Yay.
I'm tired.
Clive's tired. Techno
I am tired.
wants to give you guys all the love advice. He's
Oh
probably
my God.
going to start up his own podcast where he just does love talk. Right, Techno?
Dude, that would be amazing.
I don't think so.
It's confirmed.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. So, we'd like to thank you for listening as always. Everyone say bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Love
Later.
you.